Good morning. This week's parsha is Lech Lecha. We begin learning about the first Jew, Abraham. And the very opening words of the Torah portion, God tells Abraham, Lech Lecha, go to the land that I will show you. But the way God tells him to go to the land of Israel is Lech Lecha, go Lecha. And the question is, what does it mean Lecha? And there are various interpretations, but two of the interpretations is Lech Lecha, go to yourself, or go by yourself. And what God is telling Abraham is, you are on a journey to self-discovery. You are on a journey inbound to become the father of the great nation, the Jewish people, and of multiple nations. But in order to go on this journey to your inner self, you have to also go by yourself. You have to be willing to go it alone. You have to be willing to chart a new course and a new path for mankind. And if you do this, God promises him, you will become a great nation, and I will bless you, and you will be a blessing, and your children will be a blessing for mankind. Something happened in Turkey this past Tuesday. There was a Turkish man, a construction worker, 51 years old. His name is Bihan Matlu. And he went out drinking with his friends, and when they all left the pub, he veered off on his own towards a forest. When his wife realized he didn't come home, she called her friends. And they said, yeah, we saw him walking off. So she called the police, and they started a rescue search team going through the forest looking for him. Well, he was drunk. He went into some cabin in the forest, fell asleep. And when he woke up in the morning, he realized he was drunk and he had just slept off, become sober, and he said, I better get home. And he started leaving the forest when he encountered a group of people on a rescue mission, search and rescue. And he said, what are you doing? He said, we're looking for someone who's lost. So he said, oh, let me join you. And he kept on walking with them, looking with them. And after about a half hour, they started calling out his name, Bahun Matlu, Bahun Matlu. And he said, who are you looking for? He said, Bahun Matlu. He says, I'm Bahun Matlu. And what a metaphor this is for life. Sometimes we just join the masses and we go on this journey with everyone else, following the flock. But we don't realize that we're really just searching for ourselves. And we have to first discover who we are before we can be of any good to anyone else. And the message of Lech Lecha in this week's parsha is a message in our modern day and age. There's so much noise, there's so much distraction in the world today, there's so much commotion. This week, there was a power outage which blocked off Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp for 6 hours. 3.5 billion people were affected by it. And people kept on checking their Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApps to see every 10 minutes, is it back on, is it back on? Suddenly we can't manage 6 hours without our social media accounts and our WhatsApp accounts because we become so addicted to it. And therefore the Torah says you need to have a quiet time to go into yourself and be willing to do things on your own, not to just follow the masses, to discover who you are, because if you're going to become great like Abraham, you need to first discover your true self, your inner self. And if you do that, then you could become a blessing for all of mankind. Have a wonderful day.